Victoria Starmer in the spotlight after reported private event. What's fact and what's fiction? A new flurry of speculation has emerged online after reports surfaced of Victoria Starmer, wife of Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer, attending a private event alongside key political figures. Though the gathering was not a government or party meeting, online commentators and media personalities quickly leapt to ask whether her presence signaled a deeper involvement in Labour strategy. But as the conversation snowballs across social media platforms and opinion shows, it's important to separate fact from fiction and to assess how much influence, if any, private individuals have on party leadership in the UK. Here's what we know, what's being claimed, and what it really means for the Labour Party and the public. According to multiple media outlets, including The Times and The Guardian, Victoria Starmer attended a private, off-the-record gathering earlier this month in North London. The event, described by attendees as an informal dinner hosted by a prominent political donor, was also attended by several business leaders and a handful of political advisors. Eyewitnesses noted that Victoria Starmer's role appeared to be social rather than political, and there was no evidence of her directing policy discussions or representing the Labour Party in any official capacity. Still, online narratives quickly emerged suggesting a more strategic or even controlling role, fueled in part by headlines that leaned into mystery and innuendo. Clips of political commentators reacting to the reports quickly went viral on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. Some suggested the event proved Victoria Starmer had a more prominent role in Labour affairs than previously understood. Others posed rhetorical questions: why is she attending political events at all? Or, is this the real power behind the scenes? Yet there remains no concrete evidence to suggest that Victoria Starmer is involved in policy decisions, party operations, or campaign strategy. Labour Party officials have dismissed the speculation, noting that the event was private, not party-sanctioned, and that Victoria Starmer is not a political advisor. A spokesperson stated, "Lady Starmer is a private citizen who occasionally accompanies her husband to events in a personal capacity. She has no role in Labour Party operations or strategy." The conversation raises a wider question: should the spouses of political leaders be considered part of the political process? In the UK, the tradition has long been to draw a line between politicians and their families. While partners may appear at events or during campaigns, often for support or optics, they rarely take on public-facing political roles unless explicitly appointed to do so. This is in contrast with countries like the United States, where First Ladies have held formal initiatives and advocacy platforms. In Britain, such visibility is less common and often discouraged to maintain focus on elected accountability. Victoria Starmer has maintained a remarkably low profile throughout her husband's leadership, rarely giving interviews or appearing in Labour promotional material. Her professional background is in healthcare, and there is no history of political involvement beyond being the spouse of a party leader. Reactions from political analysts and MPs have been mixed, but generally cautious. Conservative MP Alicia Kearns told Sky News, "We must be careful not to create headlines based on the appearance of someone at a private dinner. This kind of speculation can erode trust without offering facts." However, some voices on the right used the moment to push for more transparency, suggesting that public figures, even indirectly involved, should be subject to greater scrutiny. Labour figures were more direct in their pushback. Shadow Minister Wes Streeting said, "This sort of thing is a distraction. Keir Starmer leads Labour with clarity, independence, and a professional team. There is no hidden hand behind our policy. The public deserves real debate, not conspiracies." The incident underscores how quickly speculation can outpace substance in the digital age. A single vague report can give rise to thousands of posts, dozens of YouTube thumbnails, and hours of reaction content, often without a full understanding of the facts. And while scrutiny is a vital part of democracy, the focus on personal lives and informal moments risks shifting attention away from the issues voters care most about: the economy, healthcare, education, and public trust in institutions. Was this a major political moment or just a private event that's been overblown? Based on currently available facts, there is no indication that Victoria Starmer is involved in directing Labour policy or that any protocols were breached. However, the reaction to her appearance highlights something more significant: the hunger for transparency and the public's increasing suspicion of anything that appears to take place behind closed doors. In a time of growing political skepticism, even harmless events can become the center of major public debate. What's your take? Is this public curiosity gone too far, or a legitimate question about transparency in modern politics? Drop your thoughts in the comments, And remember to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon for more balanced political coverage and behind-the-scenes insights into the stories shaping the UK.